So I wanted to start with the question, do you think the words energy and sustainability relate to paper? Because I have seen through these events that even you don't relate paper that is actually really energy intensive, but we are also really concerned how sustainable we are. So I will start like in the industrial sector in general in Europe. The 56% of the delivery energy is actually consumed by this industrial sector, of which actually the energy-intensive industry, that is this little sector, we have chemical, food, iron and steels, and in there we have paper, is the 54% of that 56%. So from some little sectors, we have almost all the energy that is consumed in Europe. Of 6% is consumed by paper industry. That actually is quite little because half of this electricity that we need in these mills is self-produced, normally when we have Kraft mills. In the case, I'm working in a Kraft mill, Campello. This is in that point over there in Sweden, so really, really in the north of Sweden. We produce 700,000 tons per year. That means that per 1 day we produce a roll of 6.5 meters of wheat that can go from Pitio up there to Paris on 1 day of production. So imagine how long a roll of paper is enormous paper. So we need a lot of steam for this paper production. We are talking about 2,000 gigawatts per hour per year of steam production. And 55% of this steam produce electricity. We pass it for 2 turbines that we have in this mill. And we also have district heating. That means that we recover the heat of the processes, and we heat up more than 4,000 homes in Piteå. And believe me, in Sweden, in that point in the north, you need heating in winter. Now it's like minus 17 over there. So we have triple binds where we digest the pulp for doing the paper. We have 2 paper machines where we do these enormous rolls. We have a recycled fiber because we also use recycle in this. And we have a recovery boiler. I will talk more about this. A biomass boiler that we use bark from the wood. And we have 2 turbines, 1 axial and 1 radial turbine, really big ones. So what is the chemical recovery that has to be related with the recovery boiler? We have a chemical recycle. For having paper, we need to digest it with something that the name is white liquor. This white liquor, when we digest the wood to do pulp, it becomes black liquor, and we burn it in a recovery boiler. So this black liquor have really organics inside there that have a high heating value, and we get 80 kilograms per second of steam. So it's quite a lot of steam. And we also have Thai oil as a product on this chemical recovery cycle that we use actually in another company. We give it to them, and they use it in the cars in Sweden. It's a company called Prim, and it's mixed with their diesel. So what I am doing, I'm doing what I say the quest of mapping and optimizing the pulp mill. I have been in 3 control rooms that the mill has with a lot of images and temperatures and measurements. They have 7 processes. They have 13 process flow sheets that are like this. You cannot see almost anything on there. And they are totally different. And in total, in my model, where I'm mapping all the processes, I have 400 online measurements. These measurements goes from temperature, from flow, from pressure, from kappa number, that is the strength of the fiber, anything that you can imagine. But why I'm doing this, they are really striving to have sustainable mills, and things that they are already doing in the pipeline in all this year. They have built a new biomass boiler, and they have increased biofuels in the line kilns. That is also for this recovery of the chemicals. And they are striving to be more sustainable in the future, so they had to map the processes and see how the energy is consumed and how this pipeline CAPES will be affecting to the steam. So this is me going to the recovery boiler because I have maintenance stop, you can do everything in this mill. So when doing in the international graduate program, I have been in Netherlands before. Now I'm in Sweden. Have you know, you have 3 assignments per 8 months, so it's 2 years. And yeah, technical customer service, and now I'm in the energy department. And this is Netherlands, actually. This is the waste water treatment plant. That is quite big, because it's all only recycled paper, so you have a lot of water that you recycle and clean. We also are really striving to have sustainability on water. So you have the international graduate program. It's really focused on Europe, so you have 21 countries that you can go. They are looking for production, maintenance, machinery, R&D, energy, water system, but whatever you can imagine also, and you can go there, like you saw down there, and send your CV and cover letter. But what I want to close up is that you can find your way in the unexpected places. It doesn't have to be an energy company, because you can see that paper, maybe in your minds, is not related to energy at all, but it's quite a big chunk of the energy consumption on Europe, how you saw before. So you can do a lot of change in there. So it will be, actually, you had to think out of the box, but it has to be a Smurfit Kappa box. Like you see on there, probably will be a Smurfit Kappa box, because we have a lot of share on the market. And thank you.